5 important powerful ways to increase sales, what would be? I have tried to make it very simpler, and I'll give you some of the things live we can check where you can understand all this stuff. So the first way what you can do is that where are we now? Check your things. I have asked for people to fill their URLs, presence, and all that. Where exactly you are right now? Check all the social media handles. Ask that why you have opted for these things. What kind of expectation you are setting? What is the vision and objective or mission for being over there? If you have created a Facebook page, if you have created a Facebook group, what kind of activities you are doing and why you are doing, and what kind of engagements, reach you are seeing. If you are boosting any of your posts, what kind of results are happening. If you have given a call to actions over there, right? So what kind of things are happening over these platforms need to be done, need to be analyzed very well. So where are we now is very important question. And here I always say that it's like a level playing game for everyone. That's why I say that wherever you are, whatever you are doing, whatever the resources you are having, you can start right now, and then you can learn these things gradually. You can improvise, but the point is that where are we now is very, very important, and how they can check. So first and foremost important tool, this is one of the I will say readily available tools for each one of you, is the Google Trends. Google Trends is all about all kind of searches happening on the search engines like Google, which Google captures 90% of the search happens on Google, especially in Indian context. If I talk about the Asian context, if I talk about, while other countries have their other search engine, like Microsoft Bing is there, Yahoo is there, Yandex is there, and there's certain other things. And if you want to go with the privacy settings and all that, then DuckDuckGo and other kinds of search engines are there. So Google Trends will give you the idea that how this market is actually going, what kind of searches are happening for the last 12 months, right? How things have people are doing on Google. Google is always about intent of the users. When I say the intent of the user, it means that you are looking for that whether they are qualified leads for me or not. So that's why I always say that here comes the understanding that if you are going with the social media platform, nobody is there to buy anything, but they buy. While on Google, the user intent is always on a higher side. So if I say the social media advertisement, it means that there is impulsive buying. So it means you have to design your ad copy in a way that will give a kind of hook to the user and a kind of impulse to the user by which they will be aligned to buy from there, right? And Google, if I talk about the search, if somebody is writing, I want to buy a laptop, I want to buy a smartphone, it means that it is related to the intent of the users, right? So you will have to check the intent of the user. If on the Facebook also, if you are running the ad campaign, right, you have to check the intent. Whenever you run a campaign, you start getting messages on your inbox, right? So what kind of people are coming to your inboxes writing something? It is just the hi, hello, they are doing good morning, good evening, they are writing and something like that. Do the scanning over there. This intent part of the users will be required to proceed further. If you cannot measure the intent of the users, then you cannot get the qualified people for your product and services. So Google Trends or video, if I talk about the YouTube Trends, these are the places where you can actually check, you can gaze, you can monitor, and you can see that whatever is happening. Now, once this process is done, then comes that checking your own product and services or anything which you are planning to start in the future as well. What is the trend right now? Trends will gives you an idea that yes, I can start with it. If you are not getting a promising result, then do R&D again. Check that what is the future for that particular program. Which all companies are doing that, which all individuals are offering such kind of services. Do that R&D. And these all things can be done. When I say Google Trends, it can be done, geography basis, location basis. So you can do that, and then you can compare the data. You can compare different competitors. You can compare yourself with others. So this way you can get the idea that where I am right now and where I am projecting myself, right? And what kind of work it will be required to do that. So these things are important to understand in the Google Trends, which you can do that. The second most important element is about who are my customer. Once you are thorough with your things, your products and services, you know that how the market is going to behave, what all things will be required, what is there right now, what is not there right now. If you will analyze all this stuff, then the second question, that to whom you are doing all this stuff, right? Definitely this the requirement is like being an entrepreneur, it's me, right? It is always me who always look forward for doing some good business and all that, but through whom it is going to be possible, it is always the end user. They are going to be there in your journey, right? So this will give you a real idea about that, right? So what I can say, knowing your consumer is the second important element, ways for your digital success. How you can do it? Because if you're on the Facebook, as I said, that Google maps all the data, Google monitors, captures all the data. Same goes with the Facebook or any other social media platform. All the data are mapped by them. Machines have all the data, right? Now, how to reach to them, right? How to use those data for our own purpose, our own business is important, right? So doing this will require certain elements like complete, I call it, even the industry people call it like a buyer's persona. You will have to create that. You will have to understand that who are my customers, what are their demographic data are saying, what are their psychographics are saying, right? What they like most, what are their interests, what are their background, what kind of problems they are facing, what kind of solutions they are having right now, how you are going to be the instrumental for that. So knowing your customer is very, very important. And I say that the funnel will be decided by that. So if the strangers are there in the number one stage, right? So here the strangers are there. So what is my strategy for the strangers who are not knowing me, right? So awareness stage is all about making them aware. So it's all about brand building activity, how you are going to do that. So in a traditional way, we go for the hoardings, all pamphlets, flyers, inserts, magazines, advertisement and all that. Same goes here only. So here you can go do the advertisement. So in the funnel, I know that these are my unknown customer, they don't know me, so I'm running the campaign. So this stage of the funnel, the treatment from my side, as I said, the buyer's experience. So buyer's experience for the level one, those who are not knowing me, what should be my strategy, what kind of content I should expose to them, right, by which they will come to know about me. So this is very important, and it is altogether a separate activities than those who are into the action number 2 and 3. If I say that the consideration state, when I say the consideration state, means those who know you very well, right? And they know you other than you also, right? Who all are there in that space, the product and services they are looking for. Here's the interest and desire will depend the kind of value system or the lifetime value you have given to your existing customers or the previous customer. So their data, the exposing of those data to these customers, those who are into the level number 2 and level number 3, it will enhance their confidence, it will enhance their trust in you. So they will prefer to go to the action number 4, there's no lower down of the funnel. So for these 2 and 3 stages, like the consideration stage, your strategy should be different. The strategies for the level 1 should be different, and for level 2 and 3 should be different, right? So what I mean to say that you should have a different sales funnel for each stages. Those who are in the awareness stage, what should be my strategy? Entire loop should be well connected. If they know me very well and they have certain more choices than us, then what should I do to get them into the funnel, lowering down of the funnel, where they will actually make the purchase, where they will actually make the payment for that product, right? So think about that. And when I say the 4th and 5th is all about, 4th is all about that those who are ready to pay, right? So once they are taking the actions, now what should be done next? They have already purchased, right? So once they have already purchased, so what should be my next step? what kind of messages, what kind of content I should expose to them, that by which I can get some better retention and they can start talking about me. So so these things are important. At the same time, when I say the actions, you must have seen, this is the normal human being nature, where people say that they cannot, they still confused that whether I should buy from this platform or not. Then comes the retargeting. Here comes the power of machine. Here comes the power of virtual things which actually play a crucial role. You can retarget them if they have not made the purchase, right? So the data for the entire strategy for retargeting will be different. So it means that you need to understand these things are very, very important, and every step requires a different strategy. Every steps require a different cycle. You need to connect that loop, and by this you can actually get the entire things to be done for your favor, right? So what can we do? Once you are clear with yourself, once you are clear with your audience, you know that different stages require a different mindset, different kinds of strategy. So what can we do, that how we can actually get connected with the users? Then here comes the role of the content. When I say the content, it means that it has to be the combination of your video, your images, your text, and your audio files, right? When I say the audio, in India, podcasts are about to grow. I was going through one of the report on PwC, and they said that by 2023, the population for audio things is going to be around 6 to 7 crores, which is very high and higher side. So there is a space. Marketers are coming forward to give advertisement in the podcasts as well, right? So using these 4 elements of your content will actually give you the connecting links to your users and your business goal, business objective. So writing a content, right? What happens? I have seen people, they are writing blog. I have seen people writing normal post, and then I call it, they spray and then they pray that things will go viral. It won't go viral until unless you have given something which is directly selling in approach, but something related to their world. Then the content will start working. They will feel like. So when I say sharing of the content, how to check that the virality of the content will be there? So check your own behavior. Once you receive something on WhatsApp, any videos, any message, when you feel like sharing with others, something you find that I should share it, right? That connects, you find with that other person, right? Then only you prefer to share. And at the same time, you find certain contents that which you don't feel like sharing with others, you find it okay kind of thing, right? So this is the behavior. I have shared in the WhatsApp group one videos that even the people are there, they see your messages, but they are not taking the action. It means that you have to understand the read between the line. You have to understand the data, that only few people are getting connected with that message. It means that there is still scope for coming out with some other content, some other kind of format by which you can give them hook. But yes, there's no 100% conversion on the sales and marketing front. So your content will be required in a way you have to understand. So I always say, don't spam your WhatsApp messages and everything. You can check the analysis, that how many people are reading, whether they are seeing to it. If they are seeing they are not taking call, then take a pause over there. They just don't do the similar activities every night. You're sending messages to lot many groups. Don't do that. Take a break. Think that what is not getting that. What is something which is not actually people are getting it. Do the due diligence, do your homework, think about that, why people are not getting this thing the way I'm looking forward to it, right? So people say that people are you guys are creating amazing content, right? So the idea is that you need to understand 2 things. Machines, you cannot just copy and paste everything and put up in the public domain. Machine will consider it wrong practice, and it won't give you that exposure. So be very careful about the content which you are picking from various sources. Read those content and then cook something on your own. Create something on your own. And here comes the role of your keyword research. There's something I want to convey, and there's something which users are looking for. If there is some common element, there's some common pathway between these 2 things, then things will happen, right? And then the synergy will be created, and then there will be something called buying of the content. Then the shareability element will come. If I'm talking about the content, so that's why I say that community is important. You have to create a group. You have to share your content to the forum where a lot of people are there. Here comes the importance of search engine optimization and other things. So when I say the content is the ruling element, then you should always monitor that why my content is not working, to whom I have intended, whether I have addressed that problem element very perfectly, where I have given the solutions very perfectly, or some emotional elements are there or not. Trigger those emotions, trigger those sentiments will be the key to your content. If you cannot do this, then it will be difficult. So how you can do this? As I said, that you will have to go with both the things, organically and inorganically, right? There should be a perfect mix of both. Initially, if you're starting the journey and you are anticipating that you are not exposed to lot many of people, then your online advertisement should go on a higher side. And at the same time, inorganically, your other things like blogs and everything should be in place. So both the activities should go hand in hand. When I say the paid campaign, own media and earn media, right? So you need to earn these three things, and gradually the amount for paid campaign will go to the lower side, and these own campaign and the earn platform, right? Own platform is like your website, your blogs. Earn things are all the social media platform, right? So you will start distributing your budget to your own media and their earned media, right? So rather than going into just the paid, you can start doing more work, like hiring someone who can write very good content, hiring someone who can create a very good videos for you, who can do editing for the audio files and all that stuff. So this will be required. So do these things, and this SEO things is the deciding factor. As I said, that this is inorganic way. So organically you can get the first rank feature, inorganically also you can get the features. You should always try to get both the places from very beginning itself. You should not only do SEO and you should not do the advertisement. I never recommend that. I always say that use both the things and try to compete and see that which one is working fast, which one is giving you result. Again, SEO is something which is always self-controlled. I will say that advertisement is something which is user-centric, but yes, for both the process you have to go with the machines, which is very, very important, right? And then this analysis and automations. When I say this analysis and automation, it means that you will have tools like Google Analytics. There are certain other tools available, but this is something Google gives you free. If your Google Analytics tag managers are placed on your website, then you can start monitoring things, right? To mature these things, it takes time, right? So unless you have handful amount of data, your machine cannot give you the exact analysis, right? That's why I say that initial 2-3 months you should invest huge amount of money to get the exposure, right? So awareness campaign should be my first objective, and I should do a lot of work on that. This way you can get the details about that, and then once the exposure is there, reach is there, impressions are on the higher side, then the click-through rate will be on a higher side, right? If the impressions are less, then the percentage of click-through rates will be on a lower side. So that's why I say that the analysis and automations will be required. When I say the automation, your email marketing should be in place, your SMS marketing should be in place. So if you do these 4-5 things together, whatever I've said, if you'll do these 5 things together, I'm sure that your things will start working for you, right?